After 4 days in the tomb, the resurrection of Lazarus. 4 days had passed. The sun had risen and set over Bethany many times, yet within that house time itself seemed to stand still. The air was heavy with sorrow, the voices weary from weeping. Lazarus, the friend, the beloved brother, lay in the tomb, and upon that stone also rested the weight of despair. Mary and Martha wept. They had sent word to the Master, oh yes, in haste and in faith, but he had not come. The days slipped away, and with them life departed from the one they loved. If only he had been here, they whispered through their tears. If only he had come sooner. And then he came. When hope was gone, when the scent of death had already filled the house, when lament had faded into resigned silence, Jesus arrived. He did not come hurriedly, nor did he come too late. He came at the appointed time of the Father, in the very hour when faith would be tested and glorified. When she saw him, Martha ran. The tears in her eyes did not hinder her reverence. Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. And Jesus answered with a gentle and eternal voice, your brother will rise again. But Martha, bound by the time of men, replied, I know that he will rise again in the resurrection at the last day. Then the Master lifted his gaze, and with words that have echoed through the ages declared, I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, though he may die, yet shall he live. And whoever lives and believes in me shall never die. Those words thundered through the valley of mourning. They were not a distant promise. They were a living presence. The one who spoke was no ordinary prophet, but the Word made flesh, the very life standing before the tomb of death. Then Jesus asked, Where have you laid him? And they led him to the tomb. There, the silence of the grave met the weeping of the Savior. And Jesus wept. Not out of weakness, but out of compassion. He wept because he felt the pain of humanity, because he loved. Then he commanded, Take away the stone. They hesitated. Lord, by this time there is a stench. He has been dead 4 days. But the Master insisted, Did I not tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God? They removed the stone, and the Son lifted his eyes to the Father. Father, I thank you that you have heard me. I know that you always hear me. But I said this for the sake of those standing here, that they may believe that you sent me. Then with a voice that tore through the veil of time and eternity, Jesus cried out with a loud voice, Lazarus, come forth! And the impossible took place. The dead man moved. The grave clothes began to stir. He who had been bound in the darkness of the tomb stepped toward the light of life. The crowd recoiled in awe. Mary wept again, but now with joy. Their eyes beheld what no man could imagine, death bowing before life. Then Jesus said, Unbind him and let him go. And there among stones and tears a new testimony was born, that no tomb is too deep, no loss too final, no pain too long. For the power of Christ who conquers death, 4 days of silence, 4 days of waiting, 4 days of faith put to the test. And on the 4th day, heaven answered. For when man says, It's too late, God whispers, Now is the time for glory. Lazarus lives, and with him every hope once thought lost, for he who calls the dead by name also calls every sleeping heart into new life. And the voice of the Master still resounds through the centuries, I am the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me, though he die, yet shall he live. If you enjoyed this message, leave a like and subscribe. Vitrine Biblica will continue bringing new revelations of the Word.